It's no secret that tower defense simulator is currently facing one of its biggest issues in the past coming years. The coin economy is struggling, and if something doesn't change soon, then I'm afraid it may just be too late. Coins need no introduction. Serving as the backbone of the game's economy, coins are the main economy resource used to purchase towers and cosmetic items. From June of 2023 to August of 2024, there has roughly been a 180% increase in the yearly coin cosmetic average, meaning instead of the usual 81,000 coins worth of cosmetics being added each year, that number has nearly doubled to over 180,000 coins in the past 14 months, and it's showing no signs of ever stopping. To put it in perspective, that is eerily close to the cost of 4 golden crates, just for 1 year's worth of cosmetic items. But this issue is only worsened with the introduction of consumable items, because they are specifically designed so you wouldn't have any coins left for buying cosmetics, while simultaneously impacting the competitive balance of the game, making them feel almost essential for maintaining an edge against the game. Even with the best coin strategy available, players can only earn around 5,000 coins an hour, making it seem almost impossible and out of reach for the average player to acquire such new skins, especially if they don't have hours upon hours to continuously grind. Now I know what you're thinking, aren't these cosmetic items actually just optional and you don't actually have to get them in the end? Now to that regard, I agree. But studies show people tend to spend their hard-earned coins, or money in this instance, on luxury items, even when it's not a necessity. But with the rapid inflation of the coin economy, players are being forced to save, not spend, because they simply just can't afford these items anymore. And if they don't save, well, you end up with a situation like the most recent Catalan gun tower, where people drained all their coins on cosmetics and power-ups. People really don't realize it, but the price actually makes sense. Over the years, everything has been dependent on coins. I mean, you got things like skins, consumable items, name tags, and even events that only went on to affect the game in a negative way because they were so heavily dependent on rewarding the player with only coins, and it creates an imbalance in the game's economy. But when players can't grind for this stuff, they're left broken and frustrated. So nowadays, for the average player, you have to be frugal with your money, otherwise known as not buying what you don't need. But the reality is, these skins create a sense of urgency that makes players feel like they need them. They feel like they're missing out when such an update comes around and they can't experience it. It's the fear that surrounds such an item, because when it is relied upon to act as this game's main source of progression, purchasing cosmetic items only becomes increasingly more out of reach for the average player, who can't spend absurd amounts of time to experience these updates. They missed out on the event, they missed out on the battle passes, they're forced to save their coins. It only becomes worse when things like new towers and new skins are added. These both create a sense of fear of missing out so strong that in many instances, the community has gone out of the way to lash out the developers who are locking behind such high paywalls. It's eerily similar to how gems worked back in Brawl Stars in early 2023, when the only way to get such skins was to spend your hard-earned gems on cosmetic items. But it didn't make much sense to do that when you could just buy a Brawl Pass with those gems, giving you so much more better value for your money. The same thing is happening now in Tower Defense Simulator. You're practically being forced to spend your hard-earned coins to buy things like skins, even when it's objectively better to spend them on consumables or towers. The system is flawed in a way that forces the players to prioritize saving over enjoying cosmetic content. My point here is not to bash the developers, but rather to highlight this growing issue and everything around it that just keeps making it worse and worse. It's really not fair to the newer players. This whole system has spiraled into an out of control mess. So I hope this message reached you guys well. I only want the best for this community.